Hey guys, so you've installed it into your agency sub account and now you want to install it into your client sub accounts. We are going to set this up in this video. We're going to do it for existing clients. Now, a lot of people will try to go jump right to the SaaS configurator and set it up for all clients that way. When you make a change to a SaaS configurator plan, it only changes it for the future users that sign up for that plan. It doesn't change up for the people that are already on the plan. So for your existing clients, you're going to have to manually install it from the marketplace. So that's what I'm going to go over in this video. It's very simple. But first, I'm going to go over the app reselling because a lot of people want to mark it up. They want to mark up the usage or the monthly cost of it. And you're going to want to do that before you install it. So I am in the marketplace, the app marketplace tab. I am in the agency view and I'm going to click on this app reselling sub tab. I'm going to search Brand Blast. Okay, cool. Here it is. So here it is. This is where I mark it up. And you can see there's actually two ways to mark it up. I can mark up the monthly cost. So the Pro plan is $5 per month per sub account. So that has a monthly cost you can mark up. And then also the usage-based pricing. I can also mark this up. So about these two ways. One, usage-based pricing, that applies to all plans. So if I mark this up, it's going to apply to all plans. The monthly cost, you can actually only apply this to plans that have per sub account cost. So like I said, the White Label Pro is $5 per sub account per month. And on top of the $197 your agency pays. So you can mark this up. But you notice the White Label Basics not in here. High Level doesn't let you mark up things that are $0 for a monthly fee. So I don't know why they don't let you, but they don't. So if you see here, like these are all $0 and I can only mark up their usage-based pricing. I cannot mark up the monthly cost. So when it comes to markup, usage-based pricing applies to all plans. The monthly markup, only the Pro plan. So if you want to mark up the Pro plan, if you're on the Pro plan, a lot of people like it. They like the extra media they get. Then, you mark it up. Say if I want to resell 47, my profit's 42. Cool. And then I can also mark up the usage if I want. So that is very basic, very simple how to mark up the Pro plan. If you want to mark up the usage-based pricing, which is what most people do, then I recommend you start with the most used and the cheapest content. When I say cheapest, I mean like lowest cost. So obviously. So I would say the most used stuff would be one, educational carousels, which are templated images. So you see this one here, template image generation, 3 cents per image. You can mark that up easy, 5 cents, 10 cents, whatever. 10 cents might be cheap, but definitely you do like 5 or something. And then second, what's the second most popular one would be the brand awareness posts, which are on the second page. AI image generation, that's 20 cents per image. So you can mark that up to 25, maybe 30. So that is for brand awareness posts, static image ads, and ad carousels. That's what that's for. The stuff you're going to see down here, the avatar generation, that's not going to get used a ton. Sora 2 Pro Video and VO, those are very expensive. Like most people aren't using this even from OpenAI and Google because they're so expensive. 30 cents per second, like a 10-second video is going to be $3. So we don't mark those up. This is market price. You can mark it up, but I don't think you'll be successful with it. It's already very expensive to use, so it's not really going to serve you well to mark it up. But definitely mark up, the lower stuff, template image generation, etc. That would definitely serve you. So if I mark it up and I hit, save, it would mark it up for me. Now I have my markup ready and I'm ready to install it into my existing sub accounts. So how would I do that? So I will go to all apps. I already have Brand Blast search here, so it shows up. Brand Blast content engine, it's already installed in my agency sub account. I'm going to go here and hit install into more sub accounts. And I'm going to click all, my client sub accounts, select all, allow and install. And then this is where you choose. There's a little bit of nuance here. So this is, I'm going to try to be very simple with it. This is where you choose what plan for them to be on. Just pick whatever plan that your agency and all that stuff's on. If you're on White Label Pro, pick that. If you're on White Label Basic, obviously pick that. Don't mix up plans. Don't put like one on one and one on the other, because I don't want you to get like double charged for having two different plans at the same time. So keep it consistent. So all that image generation markup and like the usage based stuff, it's going to apply to all the plans here. It's going to apply to all these meters, and then obviously like that $525 per month, you could have marked that up to like whatever. Now the nuance thing here to pay attention to is choose who pays for this app. I think this is a bug. Okay, and just like this, has to be a bug, like $206 per month per sub account. That's not the cost. That's not the price. If you uninstalled it, you see the real price. But this right here, this has to be a bug, because when I click White Label Basic, it doesn't show. When I click White Label Pro, it shows. But then you read it, it says, let these sub accounts pay for their usage and customized fares. White Label Basic has that. So like, why can't I choose who pays for that? They're only showing it for this. So that's really weird. But honestly, you shouldn't ever have to really mess with this unless you're installing it into an agency sub account and choosing charge my agency. You almost always want this selection here. If you see it, if you're on the pro plan, you get this option. You're going to want to pick charge my selected sub accounts. The White Label Basic, it's not letting you pick, but don't worry, it's going to charge them anyway. It's not going to charge you. So whatever you choose here, just make sure if you get this option, which you should always get. I don't know why you don't get it for this one. Make sure you do charge selected sub accounts. So that's going to make sure that it charges their wallet and not yours. Okay. So I'm going to hit confirm. And please add card details to your sub account. Okay. So I'm getting this because I have like a bunch of test sub accounts, and you saw I marked everything. So it's not letting me, because it's like, hey, one of your sub accounts doesn't have a wallet set up. That's super nice, actually. That's going to actually save you some time, rather than getting an error and like saying like, hey, you have to set this up. That's actually ideal that you see this. But ideally, you're not going to see this because you're on SaaS Configurator, and when people sign up from that, their wallet is automatically set up. So you're probably not going to see this. I'm seeing it because I have test accounts that don't have their wallet set up. If I went and picked this again and I chose like, let's see, somebody that has I think this one does. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what accounts I set it up for, what I set the wallet up for, but let's try. Okay, I set it up for that one. So that one has a wallet set up. It's going to install it, and now they are going to get charged for their usage for the White Label Basic, because that's what I picked. Okay, and it just took me to a new screen that said, hey, it's installed. Go check it. Okay, cool. So that is how I set up. Sorry, this is a long video. That's how I set up usage-based pricing and app reselling and everything for existing clients. Next video, I'm going to go over how to set it up for future clients via your SaaS configurator plans. So check that one out for that.